Don't be afraid. Hold on. You'll find your way.
Welcome to Growth Made Groovy, where we talk about everything from healing medicine music, working through life challenges,
and developing awareness and connections as we heal and grow along our journey.
Hey everybody.
Hey everyone, I'm You didn't say anything, so I jumped in.
No, because there's a delay. All right, you start.
Okay, I'll start. No, you start. No, I'll start. Hey, what a day. Oh my God. Hey everyone, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Noel.
And welcome
to Growth Made Groovy.
Groovy.
Almost got it. Okay.
The podcast. Usually you say that.
Oh, the podcast, because that's
so we're a little weird today. I don't know what's going on. Something's in the air, but that's okay. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, well, Christmas come early.
Right, that's it, because it's Christmas time, and I'm excited because that's the song we're going to talk about today. And yeah, so maybe that's the energy. It's Christmas energy because things are going so really well. Even with all the stuff going on, making it happen, making it work.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, and so it's a lovely September morning, and hope you all are doing well or feeling well. And but yeah, today's song is the song we wrote. Literally, I think it was on Christmas Eve. No, it was on the 23rd, and right?
Well, no, I've got the 24th.
24th of 2019. Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember sitting on the couch, and I was like, I just want to write a Christmas song, and I was just coming up with some chords were coming to me, and we did it, and then we had it produced last year right before Christmas and released it. And the production is great because it's got a violinist, a cellist. I mean, it's really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wanted to do like the energy of a holiday, and the energy of the holidays is always, just not even that it's nice and kind and all that. It's just, I love the time of year, I love the time between now, which is still coming out of the summer, but, into the fall. That's my favorite time. And leading into the winter is always my favorite season, kind of the autumn into winter. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's really cool is that the feeling of this song can be, it's in here. So it doesn't matter what time of year it is. I mean, we can make Christmas at any time we want to. Honestly, just because the world makes it on December 25th or whatever doesn't mean we can't do it when we want.
Right, exactly. The solstice.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it's a fun little song. It's actually a deep song, which is also fun. But yeah, we just wanted to share that with you today in episode 19. So this is our 19th song. That we had written from 2019, actually. Let's think about it.
1919, yay! Yeah. We're big on numbers, so don't mind us.
Right.
It's 11:33 right now. See?
That's even better. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and have a listen to a little of the holiday cheer with "It's Christmas Time."
Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Thinking about my friends. The love that's always grown. To bring the heart back home. It's Christmas time again.
Yay! I just realized something.
What's that?
I'm wearing red. It's a Christmas color.
Oh, me too.
Yay!
How about that?
Yeah, isn't that
It's a
cool?
little more maroonedy.
No, it's red. It's definitely red.
Still red, yeah. We're on our Christmas best.
Yeah.
That's nice. So,
I love this song.
yes.
This is one of my favorite ones. And the way it was recorded was like, I was thrilled with it, especially the jingle at the end.
Yeah, the
little
sleigh
jingle
bells.
bell.
Sleigh
Yeah, it
bells.
was so fun.
No, it was really, it's really, and it really captures an energy, of that time. You're right. It can be listened to any time, but especially during, kind of like the holiday pre-season leading into it. It's really
Yeah.
nice. It's just the energy.
And the fun thing is that everybody likes to start pre-seasoning things 3 months in advance. So this is good timing.
That's right. The first song of the season. Here we go. We lead it off.
Now it'll be the only song you hear between now and December 26th.
Yes. There you go. Well, but I mean, yeah, and like I said, we wrote it on Christmas Eve of 2019, played it actually for my family that next day. We went down to Miami, and that was really nice. And then coming in December 2020, and there was no real family gatherings, really. It was kind of mix and mosh, but and then we recorded it and just sent it out to people with this recording, and obviously it's the thing to do, this year as well. It's kind of a cool little Christmas card, but yeah, I mean, really the song, is the intention was to have the energy of the spirit of the time, and so the first two lines, really the first verse is, "It's Christmas time again, thinking about my friends, the love that's always grown, to bring the heart back home." It's simple, and really what are we doing during Christmas is wanting to connect, during that energy. And so, yeah, I just love how that just kind of just opens up to that connecting.
And connecting, well, you probably say this anyway, but I guess I'm your friendly reminder or whatever. Connecting to self, bringing the heart back home is not necessarily home out here. It's home in here. So yeah, that's why I love this song so much, because it's something that it's more, that's why I said it was more of a feeling than an experience, than a shared experience, but it can be both, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it does resonate on both levels. And so the chorus, "It's Christmas time, a moment in life to hold, reasons why, to live the dream we know we dream that opens up to everything, to go beyond the worldly things, to live, love, and grow." So, again, it's Christmas time, a moment in life to hold. So kind of, to me, embrace in the moment of the energy of Christmas time. The reasons why, and then I put the ellipses, the three dots, to live the dream we know we dream that opens up to everything. What do I really want? They always say, since you're a little kid, what do you want for Christmas? Ask Santa what to bring you. And what do you want? What we want is really to live the dream that we're always meant to live. Whether we believe it or not is another thing, but that's a desire of what every kid does and into adulthood, to live the dream we know we dream that opens up to everything, the abundance, the infinite, of all, to go beyond the worldly things again. So, going back to the Christmas time of getting things, and, the lesson of, it's not in the getting, it's in the giving, but it's also in the receiving. Again, we could receive a thing, and that's nice, but it's how do we receive the energy of the thing being given? So we go beyond the worldly things into the energy to live, love, and grow. And to me, that's the quote unquote Christmas spirit or the holiday spirit that comes along. And I think, that's what I love about the chorus of this.
Yeah, I think, we haven't gotten to that part yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. But in the chorus, it was like weird. It's like I can picture, like, we're singing the verse and then it like encapsulates. When you get to the chorus, it just draws everything in, all the energy and the feelings, for me. And then the moment, it's always in the moment. We always talk about the moment. But we can hold it, but we can only hold it in the moment. We have to let go after. And so it is just a moment to hold it. And then the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. And then giving the reasons why. That, I think that kind of came from how we felt when we were writing it. I don't know. For me, it definitely was like a dream to me as we were writing it, because I think we were having a lot of fun while we were writing it anyway. But the dream, when we dream, that's when we open up. And I'm not necessarily talking about a dream at night while we're sleeping. I'm talking about a dream that we have in life, because that brings out our, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, children are very, begins with an I, help.
Influence?
No. It just,
impressionable.
Open to everything, not impressionable.
No.
They're open to everything. It's open. It's just being open to anything and everything that can happen in life. And I think that's why the opens up part. It's as a child, they're just open. They don't think about and plan and do and da 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 da. They just be, and everything opens up to them. And that's actually how life is supposed to work until we are shoved into that little time chain, that we get shoved into, and then we have a hard time doing that. And we unlearn it. And so we stop dreaming. I mean, I can tell you, I stopped dreaming at a certain point and nothing was opening up for me. And the reason I'm appreciative that we're doing this today is, the shift that's been occurring in my life is opening things up. It's opening up the dream. It's it's just opening my heart. It's opening my life. It's opening my world. It's opening everything. And that's how I see it. And then to go beyond the worldly things, I mean, I've gotten to the point, like I started out going Christmas shopping when I was younger and did what everybody else does. You go in there, you run the credit card up, you buy everything in the world, especially for your kids. And the kids don't even they like the boxes and the wrapping paper more than they give a crap about the stuff that they're getting, because usually by the third day, it's all shoved in the closet, in pieces, and they don't even care about it anymore. So I've gotten to the point where it went from that to, I limited myself on what I spent, and then I lowered the limit, and then I got to the point where it was like, you know what, I'll give something that's really heartfelt, and I think that'll cover it, So what I used to do was kind of give like pictures, and I still basically do that, something very personal instead of, even with a child, you can still do that. You can color a picture with them and frame the picture and give them the picture for Christmas. It doesn't have to be, $2,000 worth of toys or whatever. But yeah, so it moves into that. And as we do that, we grow, we live differently, we love differently, and we grow through that process. So that's my version.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's really potent. The energy of that. But yeah, that's why I like when it says a moment in life to hold. The energy of that being held, holding is the embrace. Moment in life to embrace. It just, a little bit longer. But
yeah.
To the reasons why to live the dream we know we dream, that opens up to everything. The possibility, the hope, the truth of all that is. To live, love, and grow. So, and then the second verse. Again, it's Christmas time again, reminding us of when we lived in harmony with the greatness we can be. So again, the greatness we can be as individuals, the greatness we can be as a society, the greatness we can be in harmony. And that's the key, that everything's happening now. Everybody's divide and conquer and over every single issue, seemingly. You have to take a side or if you don't take a side, you're against the side that the other person has, and that's obviously a
Not how it works.
non-harmonic resonance. So so reminding us of when we lived in harmony with the greatness we can be, and that's individually and together, as a unit. So again, I love that. Just these little, we just did short little verses, but they're
I think I think the harmony piece is really important, especially now. It's first and foremost, being in harmony with ourselves. Because if we can't be in harmony with ourselves, we certainly can't be in harmony with anybody else. And learning how to heal that part of us that it's not in harmony, that doesn't like ourselves, or that fights ourselves. Like I used to, early on when I was going through my healing process, I always had this imaginary, darkness, lightness, or whatever you want to call it. And they were always like this, and they were always doing this inside of me. And I showed that on, Noel seen me do that before, but that's what it felt like. Now it feels like we're kind of like dancing, and flowing. And the thing is, though, it's possible. If anybody has ever known either one of us in the past and seen how we were and how we presented or whatever in life, it was a lot different than it is right now. I mean, I feel like totally different from 2 days ago. So, and it just changes all the time, and being in connection and harmony with ourselves is the most important place. And I love I love this because I got to do a harmony when we did the word harmony. And it just made me, I felt good. It just felt good, to be able to do the harmony within the word. And it was so powerful. And I just love that. I just wanted to share. That was what I was going to say, but I didn't realize it was in the next the next verse. Yeah.
Yeah, the harmonizing. So, yeah. And then you did it really nicely. And then the reverb, making it more angelic,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's, and then it breaks into,
because I'm an angel. Okay, go ahead, move on.
Well, and then it breaks into the cellist and the violinist. We actually had which was really, again, enriching, to have that kind of energy coming off the strings like that with this song. It's really wonderful. I'm very grateful for that, the blessing of that. But it really fits in. It feels like a wintry moment. And then at the end, we just ended with a third verse, really an outro, just it's Christmas time again with family and dear friends. Because again, that's usually the resonation of family that resonates during Christmas time, to be with family and dear friends. And again, the word family means whatever it really means to you. It's in the heart. Just like we say the real home is in the heart of your spiritual home, where your family, the resonating part where you feel that love, is in your heart. So that might be your actual family members, both nuclear and family of origin, meaning all the people in your life. And more than likely it will be some combination thereof, but it also means people that are close to you, your heart family, included.
Or I call it soul family, but
soul family. Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's you're right, because that's the thing, is like my firm belief is that we are all here together playing this game as one family. I mean, didn't we also just recently, the one in the many?
Yeah.
We are the one.
Yeah.
Just because we talk about the one as an individual doesn't mean that we're not the one together, because we're all connected. We're all connected through nature. We're all connected on this planet. We all have to live on this planet together or destroy it. I mean, think about it. If we weren't, and then we all, my favorite story I learned from a Native American grandfather. He didn't tell me this. I don't know who he was. It was a story I'd read, but it was the one where he was walking towards a lake with his grandson. And this was a teaching for his grandson, where he threw a rock into the lake. And you know how when you throw a rock in, it gives the, those circles, the ripples, but they're called something, concentric circles, but they ripple out. But then he did another one, and he told his grandson to throw a stone in it next to it. And when the two were thrown in together, they crossed each other. So the point behind that is where whatever decision that we make in life is going to affect somebody else. And that's what it means when we say we are all one, because what we do to ourselves, we do to everybody else. What we do to everybody else, we're doing to ourselves. So if you treat somebody, you're angry and you treat somebody, you're not in a good place and you like lash out at them, it affects you. It hurts your heart emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, so in essence, the two are one, really holds true with that. So, it's something to think about. I mean, you don't have to believe me. I don't care if you do or not, but it's just something to think about. It's like, pay attention. If you pay attention to your own behaviors in your own backyard and see how you put yourself out in the world and see how it affects other people, and you shift that, watch how other people shift with you. I mean, they automatically kind of, they don't, some of them either leave because they don't know what to do with you or they will stay because they're like, oh, I like this better.
Absolutely. I mean, we teach people how to treat us all the time, especially unknowingly. So, but yeah, that's, again, so, who do we resonate with? I mean, that's the word that comes to me. And at that time, we're actually open to resonating with more. That's the whole holiday spirit, so you get in the holiday spirit. It's not just singing Christmas carols and, like you said, going to the mall. It's, and the only reason why that's any good, because it's funny how you said before, when we were talking about the worldly things and all that. The only reason why going to the mall and shopping or giving your kids stuff or your significant others or whoever is the energy of the gift exchange, the energy of the thought, we always say the thought that counts, and the energy of the receiving of it from the giver, and the energy of receiving it and the gratitude from the receiver to the giver. That's really all we're doing. I mean, we do get caught in the actual specifics and the budgets and the financing and the money and the credit and all that kind of stuff. But the only reason why that is fun and that is how it's become is not the actual ridiculous things, because they are meaningless within moments, if not longer. But it's the energy of the thought, giving it, receiving it, and making your kid happy because it's something she wants. And knowing that, no, you're right, it might not be something long term, but in that vein. And so obviously the ultimate lesson is helping your child to receive and to give, because it's not just about giving. It really, to really give is to receive, not to take, but to receive. And so again, all lessons that are given during holiday times. And again, just as we wrote about Christmas doesn't, negate other holidays. It's just the holiday spirit of Christmas kind of governs a lot of, or takes the whole of the rest of the other ones.
There's actually two things that popped up for me. When you talk about giving and receiving, most of us on the face of this planet, what we want is to give and receive love. And gifting is a
form of love language.
Simple form of giving and receiving love. So that's what happened, though, with the way we've been trained is because of commercialism and everything else, and because of your mind works this way. When you learn a habit, and they keep teaching you, you got to go out and buy. So the buying becomes more important than the actual reason why you're doing it and the energy of why we're doing it. So it's like we were trained to believe that, based off of the fact that as humans in wanting to give and receive love, commercials and advertisers, they know how to work with the human mind. They even hire therapists for their companies to figure out how to get in there and manipulate it for you. So it's all kind of a manipulation in there. So when we learn that habit of buying and not doing it for the real reason, even though that real reason is underneath the surface, and we're doing it for a different purpose, and then our kids don't necessarily retain why the original meaning was there. They're like, oh, I got what I want. Oh, psh, what's next? Oh, psh, what's next? And they don't receive. They don't know how to receive because they're ready for the next gift. And we learn that and then grow up thinking that. It's like, I'm dreaming my dream and I reached the pinnacle and I'm so excited. And then it's like, what's next? And that's not how we're meant to live, because that's not a giving and receiving. It's a crushing of the soul, in a way, because we don't know what's next because we're not meant to know. And and it's like,
it's
so
open-ended.
You learn as a child and you continue it as an adult.
Yeah, and it's an open-ended thing. I mean, right? It's really it's all energy, and so to open up to, again, as you said, reasons why to live the dream we know we dream, that opens up to everything, and so that everything is all things, everything.
But when you say things, though, I just want to make it clear for me, and I guess everybody, whoever's watching, things don't necessarily mean materialism.
That's one part. That's one thing. That
joy
is a thing.
And all that. Those are things too.
Right.
They're felt. They're not held. Well,
That's
they're
right.
held, but yeah.
But it's a path to getting to that, and so we all have our own, formatting to which we have to walk through based on our upbringings and things that happened or didn't happen at a young age. And again, also that comes out big time at Christmas because of all the expectations of holidays, seasons, and a lot of families, and the anger that comes out of not getting, the jealousy, the envy, the self-medicating, the alcohol, whatever the case may be. Again, none of those things are bad. I mean, we can deem them bad, but yet they've created a darkness and an energy where people within, get caught in that part of the holidays. Mm-hmm. And so that's really why this song is really capturing the essence of going beyond that. And it still has that in there because we're still living our lives. You know what I mean? We're still, we're still going through stuff during the year, you know what I mean? During the, whatever the case may be in our lives.
Yeah. And talking about it, it doesn't mean you're bad because you do it or we're bad because we do it or whatever, but it gives us an opportunity to see it differently rather than, falling in that space and just saying, hey, maybe I want to see. I mean, basically what I did was I want to see how I feel when I don't do that. And it came out better. It was a better outcome for me. And there was no expectation. There was just like, oh, this looks cool. I think I'll try it, Yeah. And, it doesn't demean anybody for doing it because we're all going to do it. And we all probably continue to do it sometimes too. So, but yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity. All of it's an opportunity to shift, to grow. That's the whole point. Growth. We're trying. Growth Made Groovy. Trying to make it groovy. We'll sing song and
live, love, and grow. That's it. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, in this wonderful holiday spirit.
3 months early. Get ready. We haven't gotten to Halloween yet, but get ready for Christmas.
That's right. But it is, but I'm glad, this was the next song because it does, it does bring out the energy of the spirit. Again, you keep using, that's really it. The energy of the spirit of the holidays of Christmas time, of, the energy of giving and receiving, connecting with self and others, and coming into that. And that's really what, kind of the holidays in the fall, I've always had that energy, that essence, and that's why I've always liked it. Into the fall, into the beginning of winter, before the winter gets, more turned over, you know what I mean? And again, I mean that not necessarily where you live, because I mean, obviously things change. Wherever you live, the seasons still shift in humans. We experience the seasons, even if the weather is similar, you know what I mean? Because I grew up in South Florida, so we don't have huge seasonal differences. However, I know the difference of the seasons based on the experience of humanity, my own experience as a human being. You don't necessarily need the season. Now, it's wonderful, and I've always enjoyed, especially when it gets cooler, being from Miami, you know what I mean? As welcome to snow and cold, and you know what I mean? So, but the seasons are shifting no matter what. The four seasons will shift with
yes. But everything shifts. That's the thing. It's interesting that you even said that, and we didn't even have a chance to touch on that, but earlier before we got on, my blog post was about changes today, and I talked about that because everything in life is a cycle. Everything changes. We can't hold on to anything because it's always going to change. So, you know, whether it's the weather, whether it's a relationship, whether it's going from one meal to the next, from one moment to the next, everything's going to shift constantly. Even our cells change every second. They don't stay the same. So as humans, when we try to hold on to stuff and don't let go because we're afraid of, like for me, afraid of loss or afraid of losing someone or afraid, whatever it is, we're not allowing that change, the flow to happen. And when we learn how to let go of that and allow for the changes, then the flow starts happening in our life. And it's the craziest thing. I didn't believe it until I started seeing it. And I'm like, okay, this works for me. So yeah, you know how much I fought it. So you're one of the only people who got to witness that, you know, intense, like, no freaking way, I'm not doing it. No. So yeah, so I mean, you're going to change no matter what, whether you like it or not. The weather's going to change no matter what. Everything's going to change. And just being able to welcome it and being able to sit with it, and let go and surrender, that's the key. That's the ticket. You'll make it through.
That's right.
Try it out first, guys.
That's right. Starting now. I mean, honestly, that's how.
And then now.
We can do. That's right.
Yep.
So with that, a wonderful, beautiful day. To live, love, and grow. Again, that's a wonderful statement. And, thank you for being
enjoy
part
your
of this.
day.
Yeah. And please, feel free to comment and to, whatever you need to do and message us if you'd like to be a part of the program, sharing where you're coming from or what comes up for you. But we appreciate you here. Growth Made Groovy, the podcast. And you can find us on our Facebook group, Growth Made Groovy, Raise Your Vibration. Is it raise your vibe or vibration? I always forget.
You ask that all the time. It's still vibe. I promise you.
All right.
It's a vibe.
Raise your vibe. Raise your vibe.
Wait. I have to share this now that you said that. It's so now. I don't know. Hopefully everybody will be able to see it, but.
Vibes. That's right.
It says good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Coming through and out. That's right. Nice. All right. With that, much love and light.
Yes.
Have a beautiful day.
Day, night, wherever you're at in the world.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Great being here. Yes, we'll see you.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.